Naturally, because of George and Dennis's status in one of ITV's most successful dramas, there was no shortage of serious big-name stars keen to play alongside them.
Hello, Arthur. How's tricks?
No idea, Tic Tac. I'm an entrepreneur, not a member of the Magic Circle.
Look, I don't want you to think I'm being rude or anything, Charlie, but have you ever considered the Scargill diet? Done wonders for her indoors.
Arthur Daly.
Who wants to know?
Like a word with you. Inside.
What are you going to do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm bust. Broke.
No, if you want to see a really professional entrepreneur, look at her at number 10.
A very clever woman.
Clever. Bloody genius.
What do you do with yourself when you're back in Bloody?
Listen, that.
I thought so.
By the way, have you ever thought about a hairpiece yourself? I think Sir's macho image might be greatly enhanced with a Burt Reynolds, one of our range.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs.
You'll be on a nice little earner in the end, my son.
Oh, would you,
A Gordon's Martini, very dry with a twist.
Straight up?
Don't be cheeky, Clog. Go and get it.
After 7 series of working for Arthur, covering for Arthur, and literally taking it on the chin for Arthur, Terry's patience finally ran out.
Terry! Shake a leg, my son. That bloody Johnny Bradbury's gone walkabout in Brussels. You'll have to whip out there. And when you come back, I've got this nephew I've been lumbered with.
So Terry quit. He jacked it in and left for Australia, leaving Arthur to his own dodgy devices. I couldn't believe it, and nor could Arthur. Luckily for us, though, in 1991, the programme was relaunched with Gary Webster, replacing Dennis Waterman.
What do you want to do with your life, Ray?
I don't want to spend it nicking car radios like most of me mates. I want to get into tie-wearing activities. Be a captain of industry like you, Uncle Arthur.
Major, Ray. Major.
It was Arthur's nephew. He needed a job. Terry had gone missing. So Arthur really just took him on as a bit of a family favour, having no idea of his fighting skills, you know.
Oh, you've had a run of bad luck, Daly. That Taylor's done me with you. He's been giving cars and videos away, hasn't he?
But if there was any thoughts that he wasn't up to the job, he quickly dispelled them.
Right.
In fact, he'd only been in the show 21 minutes before he had his first ruck.
I don't think you met my new minder, have you?
I feel that the 4 years I spent with George was like me doing my apprenticeship at the National, you know. We were working with one of the true greats of television in this country.
I still don't see how these are going to help, Arthur.
Well, it's not the waxworks as themselves, Ray. It's what they represent. It came to me in a flash. With a little rejigging, they could stand for everything England has to offer in corporate entertainment.
Well, give me a for instance.
Lord Nelson, he's your heritage. Dick Whittington, pageantry, Lord Mayor's show, all that.
Yeah, what about Marilyn then?
That's Danny LaRue.
What, representing dressing up as a woman?
Cabaret.
All right, so you got your heritage.
Your pageantry, your cabaret. What's Gordon a cartoon represent?
Sport.
Sport?
Yeah. Pull the spear out, stick it in his hand, whack a dicky bow on him. Dead ringer for Cliff Thorburn, snooker, at which we are world champions.
Yeah, Cliff Thorburns Canadian.
Minder had its own vocabulary. A lot of it originated from the leery drinking pals of Leon Griffith. Create the show. Hey, one Dalyism even turned up listed in the Oxford English Dictionary. Can you Adam and Eve it?
I was saying to her indoors the other day, I said...
What about her indoors? What's she going to say when she comes back from her sister's?
Her indoors is doing something special.
I wrote us a fairly pathetic little song just to make some money out of the Christmas thing. What are we going to get for her indoors?
That's typical. Right. You've no respect.
You made me laugh, you do.
Oh, Terence, please.
But leave me out.
After all I've done for you. What are we gonna get for her indoors?
That was probably one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me, watching him on Top of the Pops. And he sang, he had to sing live and do all the stuff, and his kids were thrilled.
Of course, with George Cole's timing, coupled with Arthur's tortured misuse of the English language, some of his expressions were frankly, well, nothing short of hilarious.
We're on again next month.
Forget that.
Forget it. The world is your lobster, my son. You've got a new career. People's champion. I blame that Emily Parkhurst. She started all this, chaining herself to the rails, suffragetting women's lib all over the place. Been better if she'd bolted herself to the train rails.
What's in this for you, Arthur?
Just helping hand. Good Samaritan. Simple philatelist.
I think you mean philanthropist.
Yes.
It is a wasteful man who defrauds the snowplow. He will travel by taxi.
No, most unreliable, Bjorn. And we do want him here on time. Besides, taxi versus a limo? I won't hear another word. Smorgasbord. Good script. Good cast. Good directors. Good producers. Good old days. Good old days.
Mine allowed me personally to watch a true master like George Cole working at the top of his game. And it gave us all one of the most memorable characters on television. Of course, Arthur Daly. Yeah, he's been emulated, but he's never been bettered. Deep down, I think there's even a bit of Arthur in Alfie Moon. Still, best jog on. I've got her indoors to get home to, and I cannot wait. You be lucky.